It's always hard for me to get away from saying what I always say on the announcements, because when we get on these things, we have proclivity to do what we do, and that is good morning, teachers and students. Please excuse the interruption for morning announcements. So I always want to say that when we get here. I too have so good morning. Good morning. I too have a support person who is more comfortable behind the scenes. We've been talking about this moment now for a while, and she says things like, do I have to come? And that evolved to, I can't make it, sir, but I hear you got to say a speech about me. Can I have it? And I said, Miss Jasmin, why can't you come? She says, well, she's a night crew. I work till 11. That thing starts at like 7 in the morning. That's too early. So we pulled some strings, which is her dedication to her job. She would never dream of missing that. But we pulled some strings, got her a little more sleep last night. So here she is today. So we're glad to see you. Again, my pleasure to introduce Miss Ma Jasmin Vines as South Middle Support Staff of the Year. Our teachers knew and loved Ms. Jasmin before they knew and loved Ms. Jasmin. You could search all day long for her and you would never find her. And that's not because Ms. Jasmin is extremely quiet and shy. She's part of our night custodial crew. However, it did not take long for teachers to realize that something extra special was going on in their rooms. You know how teachers like their things tidied. And when it's not, you hear about it. One teacher stated, Ms. Jasmin does such an amazing job. When she cleans my room, I can literally smell the Jasmin difference. And I'm here to tell you, when it has to be clean, it should always be Ms. Jasmin clean. Her attention to detail and her insistence on getting it clean really border on obsessive compulsive. She tackles smudges on windows and doors in a way that I have not seen. On knees looking at angles. It's amazing. She holds herself to the highest standards and will die trying to ensure every task she tackles meets those expectations. When I say literally die trying, literally almost died trying. Notes to self, tell almost died story. Miss Jasmin works at the night as our night custodial crew. The buildings were introduced to her when our day custodian went on maternity leave. So we had her for 12 weeks. So the face with the standards that she puts in the classrooms, the teachers got to see. She always has this smile that elucidates everywhere she goes, and teachers talk about that. But one day I did not see that smile, so it was clear to me something was not right with her. So I said, what's wrong? She said she wasn't feeling well. I could really tell. We had a conversation. Do you need to go home? No. Finally, you're going home. Flat out told me no. I got to finish this one task first. I said, fine, finish this one task and go home. 2 hours later, she's still here. When I follow up with her, what's going on? Are you feeling okay? She's like, I'm okay now. It was the fumes, sir. We have this remote bathroom out by the library that I don't think has been touched probably for a while. But our new day person took it upon herself to tackle that. So I can envision Miss Jasmin in that bathroom with all those chemicals scrubbing away to the point of near death because she had such a sense of mission to get it clean that's where she was. One of our staffs says Miss Jasmin always goes above and beyond. She does this in great spirits with a huge smile on her face. Miss Jasmin may not be big in stature or overly verbose, but her smile, sincerity, commitment to her work more than speaks for her. I'm going to throw this in here because I think it personifies her, and it's from her. The best advice I've ever paid attention to was, quote, never stop doing little things for others. Sometimes those little things will occupy the biggest part of their hearts, unquote. So Miss Jasmin, thank you for showing us daily what it means to take pride in your work and inspiring the rest of us to be the best versions of ourselves for those that we serve. We're honored to have you represent us.